Good morning and welcome to Intelligence Analysis for Homeland Security. I'm Jim Steiner. I'm going to be your professor for this course, and I just want to welcome all of you today. What I like to do at the beginning of any course is introductions. I've posted my bio. It's under the information button along with the syllabus on Blackboard. But I'd like each of you to go to the discussion page, and there you will find a thread called Introductions. And I've given some instructions there to put a little introduction. Essentially, who are you? How'd you get here? What are you doing now? What's your course of study? And most interestingly, what do you want to be doing 5 years from now? So if you would do that this week, I'd appreciate it, so we all get to know each other a little bit. I think that's especially important for these online courses, because I don't know about you, but I miss the juice of having the face-to-face contact, so we would do everything we can to try to get a little bit of that. And you're going to get a lot of YouTube videos from me. I hope to do one most every week. Okay, so what is this course all about? If you pull up your syllabus and pull that out and take a look at it. I like to walk through the syllabus so we have a joint common understanding of what the course is and what it's not, so that you're sure you want to be in this class when you take it. I will consider you being successful in this class if at the end of it you can take a look at those questions on page 2 and 3. And if you and I could have a rather sophisticated, nuanced discussion of each of those. And you see those questions kind of break down the way the course does. First part of this course, the first few classes, if you go to the next page, essentially is to give you an overview of what is intelligence, what's U.S. intelligence specifically, a little bit about our intelligence community, which is the 16 organizations at the federal level that constitute our federal intelligence community. How that community changed, first with the end of the Cold War and then with the rise of terrorism after 9/11. And in fact, how that community expanded to include not only more federal agencies, went from 12 to 16, but also today's intelligence enterprise includes the intelligence community, but also state and local intelligence and even private sector intelligence. So that's kind of the first part of the course. Then we're going to transition into the world of intelligence analysis. We'll start out with what is analysis, what's good analysis and not so good analysis, what are intelligence failures in the analytic area. Just a little bit of intro like that, but then we're quickly going to get into the fundamentals of intelligence analysis. And that'll be about 4 classes where I have pre-recorded voiceover PowerPoints for you and a lot of individual exercises. And that's all about structuring analytic production and presentation. So just you'll just work through that early part of the course. Then we get to what I think is the really interesting part, where we get into the gray matter here. How does our brain work? It's really an elegant piece of machinery. It's got an internal computer. Your intuitive thinking proceeds very rapidly. Rapid cognition, it's called. And it's a wonderful thing, but it has some problems. There is this thing called cognitive bias, and when your mental machinery works, you need to be aware of how it's working. You need to do critical thinking. You need to use some structured techniques to be able to deal with the idiosyncrasies of the human mind. So that's a little transition there, and then we're going to learn about some structured analytic techniques that kind of institutionalize or make concrete ways of dealing with the bias, cognitive bias. And those are going to be some group exercises. Now we are online here, we are completely asynchronous, so I'm not going to be meeting with the whole class at any given time, but you're going to have working groups in the later part of the course and you're going to have to find some way to get some time to work together for that part of the course. Okay, and then we will finish up with a actual simulation where you will be intelligence analysts trying to figure out what a terrorist group, in this case the Colombian FARC, is trying to do in terms of an attack within the U.S. And I think you'll really enjoy that. So that's an overview, quick overview of the course. What's required for this course? Well, I don't believe in tests, so while there's a lot of quizzes, they're more in the form of exercises throughout the course. We're not going to have any formal tests as such. I will expect everybody to actually write an intelligence analysis product. And for the graduate students, that'll be a 10-pager. For the undergraduates, it'll be a 6-pager. Graduate students will also have to do an oral presentation, a briefing. You can do a voiceover PowerPoint, or you can do a YouTube like this, and just send me the link. Now, it may seem like a fairly short paper, but I'm looking for an intelligence assessment, and that means short and to the point and written in a certain style that you'll be learning all about as we go through this. So I don't want you to get the idea that, oh boy, I can sit down and do this on the last night, because you can't. It's going to require a fair bit of work. In terms of readings, everyone is going to do thorough reading from the 2 textbooks that are required, but there's a lot of extra reading as well. Undergraduates, you should look at that as suggested readings. You don't need to spend your whole day, reading all of these super carefully. If you can skim through them and get a feel for them, that's what I'm looking for, but I am requiring that you do the required reading in a careful fashion. Graduate students, you're graduate students. You know how to take on reading assignments. So that's pretty much what the course is. I hope that's what you were looking for. I'm going to post either a voiceover PowerPoint or another video like this to introduce us to the subject of intelligence. Delighted to have you in the course, and here we go.